Hello, good morning. So this is our Something from Nature monthly challenge. It's for the month of February. Now this can be literal, so you're painting on something from nature. Um, Let me turn off my sound. It could be something literal, like from nature, or like what I'm going to do. Since I couldn't find anything, I am going to be painting something from, or yeah, I'm going to be painting something from nature, not on. Okay, so it'll be figuratively. Hey, what's up, Debbie? Good morning. Here's a comment. Hey, Jenny, were you able to finish your symmetry stone? And this is actually going to be a guided class. So if you want to do exactly what I'm doing, you can, or you can take elements from, because it's still going to be mandala art. So you can take elements from this design. So don't feel like you can't copy, is what I'm saying. Um, so this one is going to be a little bit more guided since it is um, something flat, something that you can follow more closely versus like if I were to do a leaf, like mine would have been smaller, that sort of thing. I'm looking for baby wipes. Any plans for the weekend? We're gonna go to the library after this. It's supposed to be 63 today. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer to see if anybody else comes up. But it's supposed to be like 63 is the high today. So we're gonna get outside tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be warmer than that, like 67 or something, or maybe that's Monday. I don't know. I don't know. So, what's up, Jess? So who's painting today? So I did a little introductory, just letting everybody know what I will be painting. It is going to be a little bit more guided just because I'm on a flat surface. So this is a canvas. It's a 12 by 12. So that if you do want to paint a monstera leaf, you can. Don't feel like you can't. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and get going. All right, so I've got my I'm actually using Nuvo today. My monstera leaf, these are the colors that I'm choosing. So I've got jewel green. Oh, that's a double. I've got teal mint, mermaid tail, light buttermilk. This is going to be my neutral, because I always like to throw in a neutral in my color palettes to just reset my colors is kind of my mindset. And then I've got sea glass and peacock teal over here too. So these are the 6 colors that I'm using. But I always like to have a neutral in my color palettes because that is just kind of like a reset when I'm cycling back through my colors. So I always like to go either light to dark or dark to light with them. And then I'll repeat that pattern again. And I use my neutral color, which is my light buttermilk, as my reset color. Just so you know, I don't know if I've ever shared that, but that's kind of where I'm at with that. All right, Jenny. Countdown is on for yay! So exciting. You're gonna be prepared. I mean, just in that one picture a couple weeks ago, you had like 15 pieces in there. Very nice. Good job, Debbie. All right, here we go. So this is a 12 by 12 canvas. Jules recommended like a styrofoam. I don't have any styrofoam. And then I was like, I'm not going to go to the construction sites and look for. So these are just flat canvases, and I'm just going to have to move it as I go because I don't have a 12 by 12 stack of canvases. So, all right. So this is a monstera leaf. I'm going to show you on my computer. So this is a monstera leaf. It has this like teardrop shape. So we're going to sketch the teardrop shape first on the canvas. And you can do this on a round, square, doesn't matter. You're going to get the same thing, just different looks. So 12 by 12 canvas. Let me move this out of my way. Let me move this out of my own way. Good morning, Diane. How are you? Welcome in. So we're going to be painting a monstera leaf. So we're going to draw it on first. We're going to sketch it out, and then we'll paint. So teardrop shape, right? We're going to divide our canvas vertically, or I guess horizontally, in half. I'm saying vertical because I need a vertical line. So half of 12 is 6. So I'm going to mark from the edge a 6-inch line on the top and bottom. Again, you can do this on your circle too. I just haven't painted on a canvas first for myself in a long time, and then for Patreon ever. So, okie dokie, Jess. I'm gonna check where Asia is. Oh yeah. And I think Cara too. Yeah, Asia. Yeah, see where Asia's at. I meant to remind Cara. I saw her in Kimber's live this morning. So I still want to do my line down the center because we still need to center our mandala. We're going to be painting our mandala within the leaf. So there's that line. Now, so teardrop shape, right? We want the rounded part to probably be, I'll say, 1/3 of the way up. So let's do 3 inches and see what it looks like. So from the corners here, that's centimeters, so 3 inches. So I'm measuring my 3-inch here, just doing a little hash mark on either side. And I didn't do this on the monstera leaf I did. I just kind of eyeballed it, but I think this is probably the easiest way to do it to be able to teach it, I think. Yes, Diane, this will be available as a replay. Yep, they get saved and then they're just there for forever. Yep, so if you got a jet or, you know, yep, you can always come back to it. What's up, Lily? So from here, are you going to be painting today, Lily? So right now I'm drawing the outline of our monstera leaf. But again, yeah, that replay is always up, so just let me know if you need me to walk you through again. Oh, yay! Lucky, I wish I had a shell to paint on. I've always wanted to paint on a shell. Lucky. Oh my god, I can't wait to see it. That's one thing I'm not done, actually, is painting on a shell before. I don't think. I don't know. My mom, I cannot believe she still has that old crusty pot. I'm like, Mom! Did you see it, Jenny? I guess I've been dotting since 5th grade. I didn't realize I was that young. I remember it so vividly. But, yeah, I was doing mandala art since I was little, I guess. What's up, Cara? So I beat everybody. I say 5 years, but it's been since 1999. All right, so from here to here, we want to start drawing, and this can be sketched. Hi, Gabrielle. Good morning. It was so nice to hear your voice last night. I was thinking about getting on, but it's so loud in my house when everybody's home, so I just was like, I'll just watch silently. Okay, so from here to here, we're just gonna sketch a line. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because this is a leaf. No leaf in nature is ever perfect, right? So, and this is just the outline, so. I cannot see. So I'm gonna go here. Literally, I want these lines to connect. And then here, we're going to round out the bottom. So we're just making a little teardrop. And I'm just using these as kind of like a visual for when I need to start kind of curving out. It looks like I'm curving up a little bit more, but it's okay. Just need something to just kind of give me a visual. Probably looks crazy. Just trust me. And I'm rounding up the top a little bit. So that's kind of the base, the outline of our monstera leaf. So now we're going to start actually drawing our petals, because the leaf has these like little, and I'll show you again. What's up, Juliana? So now we're going to start doing this part of the leaf. We're going to start making those little, I don't know, cutouts. Right? So the top part has this nice big leaf here. It's like a little arrowhead. I'm going to have it going deep. And this is kind of that spine right down the center of our leaf. So we don't want to go past this for sure. So here's that first little bit. Maybe just work on one side. Here's another. And we're going to erase these guidelines too so that we can see better. And then maybe this goes up a little bit. Maybe not in as much. And then this, I'm going to leave this one large piece here. Maybe just come up towards that, I don't know what it's called. It's like a spine. I'm just going to call it a spine. All right, and if you want to see, because I want to see how it looks on this side before I move on to the other side, I'm going to use my baby wipe and we're going to take these guidelines off. Thank you, Jess. Good. I didn't make it private this time. I didn't mean to do that the last time. So now I'm erasing these guidelines so that I can actually see the shape of my leaf to see if it's what I like. So I don't like how pointy this is. I want it to be a little bit more round. So there we go. I just rounded this part here. Maybe I want that a little bit thinner so I have more space for my mandala. I'm going to leave this alone. I like how pointy this is because it looks like the leaf is coming around. See, we're still keeping that teardrop shape. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Because what we're going to be doing is painting the mandala directly in the center. So maybe like this one, I don't want to bring this in so much. And I'll get rid of this here. I'm going to take this off. I cannot see. There we go. I can see better now. I'm sure you guys can see better now too. That glare. If not, then tell me and then I'll just deal with what I got. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. I think I'm going to round this out just a little bit. Because you kind of want to look like it's cascading down. Like they're kind of coming down this way. I'm going to leave that. I like that. All right. We don't want to mirror this on this because they're not the same on both sides. So maybe this. Again, just wherever my pencil decides it wants to go, but I'm just following that teardrop shape. And here. So now I'm going to do the same thing, clean up my lines because we are going to be outlining this in I used champagne gold on the last one I did of these, and I really liked it with the colors I chose. So I think we'll do it again. Okay, I don't like this side, so I'm going to fix this. What I don't like about this, I just want this part here. Again, it does not have to mirror. So this, I'm going to see this gap here, I'm going to bring this part of the leaf down like this. Erasing my lines so that I can see it better. Okay, I think I like You see, I'll get rid of these, rid of this, clean this up in here. I think I'm happy with how mine looks. Yeah, I think I like how mine looks. I think I'm good. I'm happy with that. It's not hard to draw. They're pretty easy leaves, and I really like painting inside of this because it is such a big space. I think if you have a Monstera leaf where you live, you should just paint on it. Just cut it off and paint it. Don't do that. I think a real one would be cool. Okay. We've got our leaf divided in half. Now we need to find the center of it. Actually, we don't want to find the center. We want to find the largest part. I'm going to fix this here. I'm not going to bring up this part as high. So we want to find the center of the largest part of the leaf. So that would be like right about in here, because this is where we're going to start the center of our mandala and then build it out that way. Okay, so again, colors that I'm using: light buttermilk, it's my neutral. I've got sea glass, teal mint, jewel green, mermaid tail, and peacock teal. Those are my colors that I'm using. I'm gonna grab my 16-point stencil. That's all I use as a 16-point. I don't usually go any smaller or any larger. How do I want to do this? So the largest part for me is like right in here. So really what I'm looking for, I want this whole thing to be able to fit right. So if I go down here, see down here, you can't see, but you see down here, it's too low because see it's open here. Like I don't want to go outside of these lines. So I'm just going to lift it up. Lift it up a little bit more. I just want to make sure none of my stencil markings are going outside of the leaf. Let me sharpen my pencil real quick and get in there. It's kind of like how we do, I don't know if you've ever painted a heart or if you've watched me paint hearts. I don't really find the center of, I want to make sure that stencil doesn't go outside of that shape. Looking for my sharpener, and it's right here. I'm telling you, I cleaned up my desk and now I can't find stuff. Okay. So again, this is a 16-point stencil, and all of my lines are about 1 centimeter apart. So glad Asia said something about a Monstera leaf, because I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate this into a class, so it worked out perfectly. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I wanted to do that. And this was something I did last summer on a Goodwill frame. I found it at Goodwill, really cool shape, and then I just painted over the I don't even remember what the image was. It was ugly though. The frame was really pretty, but I was like, ew. So I'm gonna do this real quick. Lily, how big is your shell? God, your shell. Ah, cool. Are you painting, Jess? Are you catching up on stuff? Have you started your something broken, the saw? Or what is it called? The blade, the saw blade? Oh, Debbie's got a lot of stuff going on. And you guys were on late last night, Juliana, if you're still here. I don't know how you guys stay up late. I cannot. I'm telling you, that sun starts going down, my body's like, it starts shutting down. Yeah, we had to hop off because the kids Zootopia came out for them to be able to watch, so Brian got it. So that's what we watched. It's really cute. Oh, good, Diane. Can't wait to see what you come up with. Yeah, maybe you don't like the colors I use. You can change the colors. You can paint this a base color if you wanted to, you know, have the background black, and maybe you want to paint the leaf a different color. I've considered that. But for this, I was like, no, let's just do black, and then if we want to get fancy, we can get fancy for the next one. All right, I got the 16 point. Let me make sure they're all on, because I usually forget at least one. I just didn't bring this up. Let me see about placement, right? So it's going to look like it's a little off center. Let me show you. It's itty bitty. Oh, cute. Cute. Cutesy. Have you seen that? Gosh, I haven't seen her stuff in a long time. She's on Instagram and she sells her shells on eBay. And they auction for like, oh my God, I think the most I've seen is like $650, but they are intricate shells, like the snail shells. Oh, I can't wait to see. Jessica's got like so many projects. No, playing catch up. Oh, you got back on after you you went to go eat dinner, right? I know I got off because I was getting tired, and Brian's like, "Are we gonna watch a movie?" And I was like, "Damn, I want to paint though. That was so much fun." I was like, "Dang, I might need a box." And then I was like, "No," because yeah, so I was like, I gotta go hang out with my fam bam. Oh, you've never made a mandala before? Well, good. This one's. I mean, I think this one will be pretty. So this is that mandala art, Diane. I this will have brushwork in it. We'll have 3-dimensional paint too. So the beginning of it though, I like to keep simple, and then it's the outside that starts to kind of get more intricate. Are you laughing because it was like all the projects now? I'm like catching up, and you're starting to fall behind a little bit, which is kind of opposite. I feel like you at least finish. You know, it might take you a little bit longer, but you at least finish. I don't. Oh yeah, I hopped on just to check, and I was like, dang, there's like 6 or 7 people in a box. But okay, I'm going to start light to dark for this one because I don't know, because I want to. So light buttermilk first. It's one of my favorite neutral colors. It's not not entirely yellow. It's got that hint of yellow, but it's pretty. Oh man, I love my favorite kind of swooshes are with dotting tools. I see it as like a meditation moment, right? You can get into a zen. I feel like I have more control over the dotting tool, and we'll do some of that in here too. More control over the dotting tool than the brush, but they look so different. So yeah, it's one of those things. All right, so we're gonna go kind of big. So these are the Happy Dotting Company tools. This is a 12 millimeter. I'm going to go right over the center with my light buttermilk. Wow. That looks a little high, but I think I'm going to leave it. It's okay. It's not the center of a round, so you won't be able to tell. I think I can leave it. Yep. And I'm swirling the paint so that the paint dries flat because we are going to dot on top of it. BT dub. Yeah, all I can say is to keep, practicing. Okay, next color is Sea Glass. I've been painting for 5 years. Swooshes took me a little bit, but like I said, I think I just love them so much because it forced me to slow down. This is a 1.5 mil. Actually, oh, why am I using these? I'm so used to grabbing them. Hold on. These happy dotting. There's nothing wrong with these tools. I just am so used to grabbing the other ones. So this is a 1 millimeter. Let's do a 1 millimeter here. But I think I enjoyed them so much because it forced me to slow down and really think about how I wanted them to look. Now I'm going to do the north, south, east, west method with, and this is Sea Glass. I know it's probably a little bit more difficult to see, but this is the color Sea Glass. North, south, east, west. And then maybe you find a way at, I think it's about how you hold your tool and not worrying about how, like comparing them to other people. I think my swooshes look a little bit different than some. Like you'll see different styles. Like I've seen like pin shaped swooshes. They're just different. Make them your own and don't worry about them looking like anyone else's. I think that's the key. So now I'm going to go directly in between, and I'm using the guidelines too to kind of help me. So again, this is a 1 millimeter. Then I'm going to go to in between. So closer to one side than the other. I think brush strokes took longer for me to be comfortable with than swooshes, to be honest. So then two in between. If you feel like I need to go a little bit smaller just in case, do it. That's what I just did. I just placed a little bit of paint down just so that I could see. As much as I try to get it right, it's still gotta make sure. Again, last two. Okay. Next color. So I'm just going to set them up so I know. Next color is, what do I want to use? Do I want to use teal mint or peacock teal? I did want two greens in here. Let's do peacock teal. And we're going to create these. I like to create these bands first of all the colors, and then I'll cycle through them again. It's usually how I like to start my mandalas. So I'm going to go up a size. I'm going to go up to a 1.5 millimeter. Let me find it. Oh. Here we go. Let's go up to a 1.5. So now I'm going to go in between and above, staying as close as I can. Kind of like what we did with our symmetry stones. I'm going to skip one. So I want to see for spacing. Put my tool. Oh gosh, don't be sorry. So the middle is light buttermilk. And that's a 12 millimeter tool. What's up, B?
Where's your pimple patches?
Oh, you don't need that, Brooke.
Okay.
Yeah, no, leave it alone.
And I like the design you're doing.
Oh, thank you. So this one's a 12 millimeter in light buttermilk, and this is sea glass in a 1 millimeter. It's like a little tiny like baby acne. Where are your pimple patches? Oh my god. Hey, those things work, man. I just worry about like the chemical on her face or whatever it is. Her skin is still so, I mean, baby skin. Don't start messing it up. And then this one I'm using, it's a 1.5 in the color Peacock Teal. So again, we're skipping. I need to turn this. I don't have my Lazy Susan under here, so it's going to be interesting. I think I might need to fix those. Maybe I can get away with it. So I'm skipping in between. Turn. Make sure I'm still on. Okay. See, I gotta remember where that canvas stack is underneath, because that's kind of messing with me too. I can't press down. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go up. What am I at? I'm at a 1.5. So I get to just flip my tool over to a 2. And the next color I'm gonna use is Teal Mint. So let me put this in orders. Light buttermilk, sea glass, peacock, and Teal Mint. So Teal Mint is next, and I'm going up to a 2 millimeter. Like I said, we're just going to go through the 6 colors that we have, and then we'll start creating like petals outside of it. So 2 millimeter in Teal Mint. Doing the same thing. I'm glad we're doing this one. So I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Because I couldn't find any stones. I'm like, man, there is nothing out here in the desert. I was thinking, you know what else? I was thinking too of going to the local where we got our chimney and stuff. What is it called? Not garden center. But he has these large slate stones. I was like, damn, that would be really cool to paint on a slate stone, a piece of slate. Or is it limestone? They're really long. Usually you use them for like stepping stones, but they're really long and they're really thin. I need to move this. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this over here real quick. This little area keeps messing with me. So what I'm gonna do, this is a silicone tool, so I'm just gonna pull these dots away. And I'm just gonna adjust them a little bit to make them look like they're not on top of each other, you know? Because just like the symmetry, the stones, like they need to, these bands kind of need to be almost as perfect as they can be. Wasn't too worried about it because it's on a leaf on a flat surface, so but that's just getting a little out of hand. So this is just water and a Q-tip. I'm going to try to take away as much paint as I can without disturbing that line below. And that's as close as I'm going to get. And I'm going to grab some of my base, because I did base coat this with the satin black, even though the canvas is already black, so that I have the opportunity, if I do make a mistake, I can cover it up like this. It's not a difficult fix. It's pretty easy. Used to think that I couldn't make a mistake, and I'm like, that's not possible. Oh, why do you say that, Lily? Because of her dice. I'm like, dang, dude, I don't even have to. It's kind of like Asia's thing, but just more simplified. I'm like, man, I don't have to think about painting, like what to paint next. Have you guys seen that? Is that what you're talking about, Lily? Like pattern or color. Yeah, she just simplified it a little bit more. I was like, damn. That's that art teacher in her. She's got a leg up on us. Two. So I'm going to wait for that to dry. I'll come back to that. So I'm going to continue on over here. By the time I'm done with this side, that'll be dry, and then we'll fill in those dots. Watch, Lily's probably already done with her shell. So again, 2mm. Yeah, she's got like, it's like a dice with a little tiny dice inside of it. And she did this like little, I don't know, like code thing where if you roll a 6 and a 2, then you have to use the second color or the 6th color, and then you have to do whatever she put down for number 2, that pattern. It's crazy. Oh, I didn't see the earrings. I don't think I've seen, all I've seen her paint, or her cabochon. No. Oh, well, I've seen her work on her cabochons, and then the jars, or whatever she's, or magnets, whatever she's painting on, with the cabochon in the center, and then, last time was when she was showing me her little dice thing. Oh boy, those are teeny tiny, huh? So Asia, yeah, so Asia's is more intricate. Like hers has so many more options. Jeanette's is very simple, and then also has color. It's a little bit different, Gabrielle. But yeah, Asia's concept. She's the first that I knew with that concept. I've got it right here. We need to do that. We need to do one of those. That's where we got the idea, the rose gold what was it called? What were you working on? What did we call it? Jess, your sawtooth. What is it called? Your saw blade. I want to say Daft Punk, but that's not what it is. Steampunk. Steampunk. That's where we got that idea from. Was Asia's cards. Yeah, we'll have to do one of those. Where are you going? Huh? You have the hiccups?
Haircut.
Oh, haircut.
He said he's over there now.
Oh, okay. Alright. Who you leaving here so I know? Okay. Alright, so this should be dry. Let's get this evenly spaced. So I'm going to go over to the right a little bit more. And this should be good. See, those minor adjustments make the world of difference. And it didn't take long. It wasn't hard. Okay, much better. So now, going up to 2.5 into the next color. Yeah, I didn't even think about that until you haircut. Okay, bye. 2.5. All right, 2.5. Next color I'm going to use is Mermaid Tail. Love this color. These are like my all-time favorites right here. And I kept wanting to say Daft Punk, but that's not what it is. That's a band, isn't it? All right, so Mermaid Tail is next. And we're going up in size, 2.5 millimeter. Lily, do you have these tools? All right, staying close. Skipping. Yeah, it's very industrial. I'm not a big steampunk fan, but my house I would describe as I try to stay away from like my house is kind of like the boho industrial. I say I'm not a steampunk fan, but I always gravitate to like the industrial look, like those metals. So yeah, steampunk is something that I'd like to try, and it's been on my mind to do since the Asia card game. I'm like, dang, and it was rose gold was the color it chose for me. Which was interesting. So imagine like rose gold metallic, steampunk. I was like, dang, that'd actually be kind of sick, you know? But time. Finding the time. Yeah, no, these are really comfortable, Lily. They're very comfortable. They feel like pencils. They're a little bit heavier, but I like the weight of them. Like I said, the paint just kind of just falls right off of them, which is nice. I don't feel like I have to apply much pressure. But yeah, I always gravitate toward some sort of like metal, like we've got a new faucet coming in, and it's like a brushed gold. It's not the bright yellow gold, it's the brushed gold. I've got like a lot of dark metals too, but my furniture is very bright, so you'll see like pops of stuff like that around the house. I don't know, something about it, I don't know, I just like it a lot. So house is like a industrial boho. Well, every room is different. That's my goal, is to have every room different. Like our living room is like a southwestern vibe. Our guest room actually is kind of like this, like a boho, planty, foliage style room. The adult room is definitely industrial. Walls are black, couch is leather. Lots of different materials. I added a suede, a dark green suede like foot rest. That's also used as storage. Like you can put blankets and stuff in there. A lot of different I didn't show you guys that picture. I gotta show you. I added, because it felt a little too cold, so I warmed it up a little bit. But yeah, each room in the house, my goal is to make a little difference so that when you open a door, you're like, oh shit. Like you weren't expecting it to look like that, you know, based on what you see in the other house. Or like in the living room or in the kitchen, that sort of thing. You know what, Diane? I am not good at cluster dotting. I cannot see, like, you. I assume you follow Jenna, Jagrons. I cannot fill space with cluster dots as well as she can. Like, I'm always, like, weird about dots touching, like the same color dots touching, and I feel like Jenna's never touched, but I know that's not possible. Like, Jenna's dots, same color never touches, and that's not true. I'm just not good at that. Not good at all. Well, I hope to see you more often so that we can practice together. I'm wiping my tool off to make sure I don't put down too much paint. Yeah, because I do a mixture of everything. I do a little bit of everything. I paint on everything. Only thing I haven't painted on it is a shell. That is it. That is probably one of the only things I have not painted on. Yeah, so every month, Diane, I gotta double check what March is. At the beginning of every month, we're gonna have a monthly challenge. So I'll double check. There's a post that you should be able to access here on Patreon that lists the first 6 months. I think I did out to 6 months of the monthly challenges. Actually, I think I can look myself. I have my computer right here. Just so that you have a heads up. I'm gonna fix this here in a second. I gotta look too far away. So if you go to library, it's so much easier to navigate this on the computer. I wish they would fix the app. Monthly challenge. Let's see what March is. Let me just make sure it's marked as free. February. Here we go. Oh, okay, no, it's not. I'm glad I checked, and that is why. I'll just change the settings, and I'll publish it and notify so that everybody can see it. Okay, so ooh, yes, the upcycle challenge. So March is all about upcycling, Diane. Find something you almost threw away. I actually have mine ready right here. I almost threw this away because it's just boring. And it's kind of not very functional for flowers. It's a little flower vase. April's find something that makes you happy. Oh, that one, I know what. I picked that out. Oh, no, but then I forgot. Yeah, May is find something that holds a memory. A sentimental surface. So yeah, they're coming up. Thanks, Kara. Fix this guy. So yeah, March is upcycling. So find something you almost threw away. Mine's this boring old vase that holds like I don't know, 3-4 roses. I don't know. I think it's more of a decorative piece. So that's what I'm gonna use it for. But I almost got rid of it because I'm like, it's not functional for like flowers. But I think it was meant for like, you know, sticks and stuff, not actual flowers. Brian bought it for me. Oops. Okay, I guess you're going to. Was painting on FaceTime till 2. What? Oh my gosh. Oh, 2:15. Man, I'm telling you, my body, my mind is just like, as soon as the sun starts going down, that's it for me. Okay, fix this. And while this is drying, I will start the next band and it'll be fine by the time we come around. So the Something Sentimental challenge, I think I want to paint my grandmother's, her, hold on, rolling pin. I don't use it because I don't want it to get ruined. It's just kind of chilling in my closet. But I grew up baking with her, and I thought it would be cool to paint it. But I want to talk to my mom about it first. I don't even know if my mom knows I have it. There's a lot of things. She's like, "What? You have that?" I was like, "Grandma gave it to me." Oh, see, perfect. Perfect. I know, famous last words. That's why last night when everybody was on TikTok, I wanted to join so bad, but I was like, I already know. I'll be up all night. All right, so next size is a 3. So I'm going to let that dry for a sec. And then the final color is jewel green. This is another good green. I know, famous last words, man. I know, I was like, I want to get on. I want to hang out and have fun. Also, that's our time that we like to watch movies on Friday with the kids. So, all right. This will be the last color for our bands. So 3 millimeter in the color jewel green. Well, I might be able to go. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to go bigger because then I'll do something else to fill the space. So I'm okay with that. They're not tight, but I'll just do something else. I'm not worried about that. So maybe like I do like one tiny dot and like champagne gold or something to fill that little space. No, I actually started not, I don't know, I think I got, God, that school gives me so much anxiety. But I did pick up their McDonald's. I just wanted to come home. So we ate outside. We had a little picnic outside. It was so nice out, so we just ate outside, but yeah, I don't know, I just, I hate that it does that to me. But so I'm not looking forward to that. I'd rather bundle up than, you know, have to take stuff off. Yeah, they were happy. I know, that's so funny. As soon as they get in the car, I smell something, and like Declan peeks his head. He knows where I put, you know, their Happy Meals and stuff. So he like peeks his head in the front seat, the passenger seat. He goes, McDonald's. So it's funny. Let me do these real quick because I want them to dry. I'm gonna go back to Mermaid Tail with my 2.5. We're gonna fill this up real quick. I know. As soon as they get in the car, he just peeks over. Like, dang, you guys. Okay, much better. And if you guys don't, I don't know how often you eat McDonald's, but if you do, make sure you have that McDonald's app because you get so many points and there's so many good deals on there. So many good deals, and they also have freebies every week. Like maybe it's like a free medium fry or something like that, but we get the kids as a treat McDonald's, and I'm telling you, just one trip kind of pays for itself. They got so many good deals, and sometimes they offer like free delivery. Yeah, I gotta get my large fry. I love the fries there. There you go. Lily's like, yes. Oh yeah, their coffee. That's I think one of the main reasons why I got into coffee was because of their McCafe coffees. I know. I'll never forget when they changed them. We were in Florida, and I can't remember exactly. I remember what McDonald's we were at. I believe Brooklyn was around, so probably 2018. They changed their chicken nuggets, and I was like, "Do these look like they're smaller?" And of course, Brian was like, "No, they look the same." And I looked at them like, "Okay." Anyway, but yeah, they were thinner. So I agree. Yeah, their chicken nuggies have changed, but I feel like their fries haven't. So my guilty pleasure is large fries and a large sweet tea. Gotta has it. But then their large sweet teas aren't $1 anymore. They're what, $1.29 now? Okay, one more, and then we get to start building out. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's start building out this way. Now that we've got our band, let's see. We are going to start with light buttermilk. I'm going to start filtering through those. I'll worry about, I think I am going to do the champagne gold. This is one of my favorite golds, if not my favorite, but that's going to be my accent color. So let's start doing petals. White buttermilk. What size do I want? Let us see. Probably, what's this, a 10 and a half, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the middle. Okay, yeah, let's do 11. They really do. Did they really used to fry it with beef oil? Like beef tallow? What? If they went back to that, man, I would feel even better about eating a large fry. I know, and they've got to be fresh, Gabrielle. They got to be fresh. Alright, so I'm dipping my tool into light buttermilk. And this is an 11. And I'm going to go right over this line here. Did I use the same size in the middle? Hold on a second. No way. No, it's smaller. Oh no, I used a 12. Wow, back in the 80s. Wow. Wow, wow. They need to go back to that. But it is expensive, so that's probably why they stopped. Because Buffalo Wild Wings used to fry their wings in beef tallow, so I wouldn't feel so guilty about eating wings either. Oops. I'm swirling the paint still because I want it to be able to dry flat. Because we are going to layer these up. Turn my music back on. I am here. Yes. Let me get a little bit more paint on here. I didn't load it up enough. That's why it looks like that. Okay, there we go. Feel better now.
On Etsy, you can find your favorite person a gift as special as they are, like a custom leather camera strap to celebrate your photography-obsessed friend. Shop Etsy for special birthday gifts that say, I get you. Click or tap the banner to shop now.
Again, this is a 3mm, but almost a little too close to that. Did I say 3? I'm at 11. I don't know why I said 3. Let me put more paint in my paint well so that I can get nice round dots. So light buttermilk. How you doing, Jenny? I'm gonna do 2 at a time. Swirl on my paint so it can flatten out. And 2 more. Whoops. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Getting my tool off. Oh my god, I almost dropped it on my canvas. All right. Now we're gonna start walking the dots. So on top, let's use a 3 on top here. I'm gonna go right above our light buttermilk dots. So we're gonna do a 3 going back through our colors. This is sea glass. Let's do our 3s first on top. So we're going directly over that line on top of our light buttermilk dot. Hold on a second, something's shaking at the laundry room is like, what is that noise? Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to deal. Oops, sorry. The laundry room's like right to the left, so it's like shaking. And something's shaking on my table and I can't figure out what it is, and it's annoying me. It's a me problem, not you. All right, sea glass green, or sea glass, and we're still going to, we're gonna walk the dots. Let me see, I usually use a 1.5. Might be a little, maybe a 2. Let's use a 2 and we're gonna walk the dots around. So here's a 2. I don't think I've walked dots with these yet, have I? Ooh, so these are a little bit different than what I'm used to. So I'm gonna use a ball point. Use a 2. Okay, those feel a little bit different walking. So let's do this. So let's do 2 on either side of our 3 dot. So we're going to do 2 on either side, and then we'll use a 1.5 ball point to walk. Does anyone walk dots with these? So there's a 2 on that side, 2 on this side. Again. I'm sorry, I gotta turn my canvas like that. I can't use my Lazy Susan. Oh, is that what those are for? These. Okay, I'll try that after I do these then. Okay. Yeah, that was not working. I was like, yo. So this is day 3. If you're just watching this of me having these, so I'm still learning how to use these. Okay, so use the S tool for dotting, like walking dots. Which makes sense because it's a ballpoint. either side, we're placing a size 2mm, and then we'll come back around and we'll walk the dots. Alright, I'm gonna use the S2. Let's try the S2. Then I'm gonna just follow along the side of my large dot until we are able to walk them. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Debbie. And I was like, oop, that does not feel right. So my S2, and if you don't have these, a 1.5mm will work just fine to be able to walk around. And then we just want to walk until the paint stops coming off, or until we get around to here. Oops. Someone, was it you, Debbie, or Tina? They said they're oval tools. So, where did my paint? Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Where's my paint? They're like little oval tools. Ooh. They said these are the OGs. That's what they do. I haven't used them yet, though. This is the first time, so we'll have to play with those too. Yeah, I wasn't sure either. You doing okay? And if you guys ever need me to repeat anything or slow down, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to keep moving. If you ever need me to go back over something, just let me know. Okay. Now I need to start considering like spacing, right? I want to use these Nuvo drops before they've been sitting for a minute. So I've got this, I think it's, yeah, Grotto Green. It's a very sparkly green. Grotto Green, it's the glitter, the Aqua Mist. These are the only two glitter Nuvos I have. Let me double check. But I want to use Grotto Green real quick, I think. Let me see. Got the crystal drops too. Okay, Jenny. Yeah, but if you get hung up or you have a question when you are, just let me know. There's Gold Coast Grotto Green. Oh, aquatic mist. I'm sorry. What else? I think this is too bright. I think this will be it. Those three. I need to flip this over. I think Sweet Lilac is my favorite. All right, because I need to use these. I haven't used these in a minute. Okay, got those here. So I'm gonna start, before I add another layer here, I want to add this guy in. And this grotto is gonna go with the jewel. And I'm gonna go, let's see, how many, let me just double check how many lines up. I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 centimeters out on top of here. So I'm going, here's 4 centimeters, maybe a little bit more. This is the 5th line. So 1, 2. So actually this is 5 centimeters from the center, technically. And then 6. Look at my paint already coming out. So right underneath. I'm gonna use a drag tool. So this is super glittery. This is the Nuvo glitter drops. This is gonna be glittery this time. Look, I'm using glitter. All right. So I'm gonna do that for each one. And actually, let's measure it this way. I can measure it with so that you guys know for reference, so that we're on the same, if you want to follow exactly. Oh yeah, okay, so it's about 6 centimeters, or 5 centimeters from the center. This is where I'm at right now. Going right over this line. I think I want to make these a little bit bigger, these drops. So I'm gonna widen this out a little bit. There we go. Other one. I'm just dragging it straight down. I just put my dotting or my drag tool right in the center of it and pull straight down. These guys. A little chunky, so that's why I'm kind of like going back and forth. I just want to make sure I don't drag too much down, so that I can get a nice pointy tail. And you'll probably notice as you're holding it, because I like to, when I'm using this stuff, the Nuvo or the Bliss, I like to hold it in my left hand. So as the paint's warming up, especially now during the winter, you can probably feel it coming out more smoothly. So just be careful. Zoom in for just a little Oh, is that as far as I can? Oh, there we go. Another. And I did these first. Usually I do my petals first, but I want to make sure I've got enough space to do these, so I'll work around them. I'll do that sometimes, just to be sure. I've got the space. Okay, now that those are done, okay, no, come on, there we go. All right, now, so we're gonna go back through, the next color is Peacock Teal. Did you see that there? Yeah, Mystic. Mystic is pretty close to Mermaid Tail, Mystic. Mystic Teal. I think Mystic Teal's a little bit darker. Oops, sorry. Let me see. Yeah, Mystic. This is Mystic. Oh, man. All right, I'll fix it in a second. It's a little bit more green. So this is Mystic, and this is Mermaid. One's just a little bit more green. My nails. I'm getting my nails fixed today. Or done today. They're long. Here, let me see. The color you just did. Oh, this is Grotto Green. There's not one similar to it because it's got like the glitter in it. I mean, if you don't want glitter, there is one that is similar. It's called Woodland Green. All I have is liquid pearls. Ooh. Okay, let me see. Let me look up liquid pearls real quick for you. Let me pull this off and then I'll... My clumsy self. Now let me do this and then I'll take a look. Hi, Tina. Look, we got the glittery Nuvo. I gotta use my Nuvo, man. I've got like 60 bottles. I gotta use them before. I don't think they'll go bad, but just in case. I mean, now they're like 3 years old. All right, let me see. Liquid pearls. Let's take a look. Or Martha Stewart glitter paints. Oh, let us see. Oh yeah, that mermaid will be okay. Do you have that mermaid color, the Ranger liquid pearls and mermaid would be good. Yeah, that one would be good. If you've got that one. You could even, if you've got that bronze would be pretty if I end up using this, because I pulled this too. The Gold Coast, that bronze would be pretty for Gold Coast. And then if you've got the Stewart, this is her new stuff, isn't it? I heard about this stuff. Oh, come on. I don't care what Martha did. Let me see. It started populating Martha Stewart jail. Glitter paint. One second, guys, and I'll go back to comments here in a minute. Let's see. What colors we got? Ooh, that, okay. Let's see. If you have, what color is this called? It's not giving me the names. This one. Like, this one, Diane. That's not giving me the name of it, though. Oh, wait, here we go. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Either one of these would work. Turquoise, or actually, one of these two. Either one of these would work, Diane. Mine's more of a green, so this one, if you want to stay exact. Feldspar right now, actually, if you want to be exact. Oh, those are pretty. Yeah, I heard about those. Huh. You have Bahama Bay. Bahama Bay sounds okay, because all of my stuff is very tropical. I know. I don't care what she did. Dude, I watched her documentary and I'm like, God, you are just so brilliant. Like with her business and stuff, like just making it into one. Like, damn, to be Martha. She was fine. That's not real jail. They treated her like a queen, I'm sure. The inmates, I mean. What do you need, Martha? I could. I know her cellmate took real good care of her. Trust me. You're welcome. They probably let Martha zhuzh up her room and everything. Okay, let's not do that again. Okay? Not a big deal. Okay. Just unnecessary. Did you start her class, Tina? I would want to be if I were in jail, I would want to be her cellmate and I would do whatever she needed so that she would remember me. She needed to if I needed anything, she would remember me. Yeah, Demi's. Oh, fun. Did she talk about baby? Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back. Or do I want to go back to this guy? Let me see. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Hold on a second. Let me think about this for a minute. Where'd my pencil go? I'm looking for my pencil. Oh, yay. I bet it was. How exciting. Oh, there we go. How about I just do a dot on top for now? Yeah, let's do... Yeah, let's do brushes real quick. I'm gonna do brushwork. Let's do brushwork real quick so I see how much space I've got. So next color after sea glass is Peacock Teal. Now these are Thoughtful Dots. That's who we were just talking about, Demi. These are her brushes. This is a 2-0 liner brush. And I always like to wet my brush first just to make sure my bristles are behaving. And that looks good to me, so I will make sure I dry it off because you do not want any of that water to get into your paint. Now, Diane, you don't have to do brush work. You could absolutely, hey, Terry, I just saw your comment. She probably had her own sound home roommate. Yeah, she probably did. That's why I'm like, she was just fine. They took care of her. She probably, yeah. Probably her door is probably always open. So, and I'll just kind of like play around in the paint to load up my brush. That looks pretty good. And Diane, you can use a dotting tool to swoosh if you want. I know you said you didn't care for those as much either. But if you've never done brushes, then I would use that until you're ready. So this line here, I don't want to cross over at all. I want to stay underneath. So I'm going to press down firmly around and down. I'm going to do, and I like to stay on one side. Let me move this back. Oh, that's smart because this is probably, I unless I'm doing large brush strokes. This is probably the only brush I use now. So I'm just following my Nuvo around, staying to the right of this line. Looks like that one's just off a little bit, but that's okay. I can hide it. Yeah, because to buy the whole set just for one brush, that's nice of her to do that. This is Peacock Teal. Yeah, I didn't even think of that being an option, you know? I just was like, if I need more, I'll just buy more. Okay, now I want to work in the opposite direction. So same thing, I'm going to stay to the left of this line that intersects, that goes straight through our Nuvo there. Pressing down, my bristles are just touching about halfway, coming around. Yep, number 2. So the 2-0, I should say, I'm sorry, 2-0, because there is a 2. So this is a 2-0. Yeah, the 2, you don't want the 2, it's so long. Not for this part anyway. So again, to the left. And we're just following around, and about halfway is where I start lifting my brush so I can get a nice little, not that tail, but again, I grab more paint. There we go. Okay. And then just to let you guys know, I'll be on till 12:30 today. And then we'll come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I always leave Sunday blank, if you see, or not always, but I leave my Sundays blank, open, so that if we have to have another day, we can. So, because I go into these, I don't really know what my entire plan is or how long it'll take. So I just like to leave those Sundays open so that we have it as an option, so we don't feel rushed and it just doesn't end abruptly. So FYI. All right, so next is Peacock Teal, then Teal Mint. And I want to look and see. Okay. Okay, Teal Mint. Just double checking. Let's see what I want to do next. I'm going to clean my brush off, and I want to make sure it's dry. Or at least all the water's out. I mean, it's still going to be a little wet, but make sure my bristles are good. So Teal Mint, again, to load my brush, I kind of play around in the paint. Make Make sure it's really loaded up. I used to think that I just needed to quickly dip it, like I was overloading it, but I wasn't loading it enough. So in my mind, if I feel like it's overloaded, it probably is perfect. All right, so I'm gonna start down here. Let me see how I want to do this. So if I go down a little bit here. So I'm gonna go down just to give it some height, like some different heights in here. I'm gonna go about a millimeter off from the side and in between, pressing down and then coming in, and I am gonna overlap my tails. So at that first one, I'm never, I do try to make them perfect, but if they're not, like that one that I was like, oh, that one was kind of weird, I know that the second set I can always just clean it up, cover it up. So this is that 2-0 liner brush, about a millimeter off to the side, pressing down, coming in, and then overlapping my tails. So again, I'm gonna go this way though. I don't know why I'm going to the left. Millimeter off to the side, slightly lower, pressing down firmly, coming around, and overlapping. And I'll lean back on the handle of my brush so that I can get that nice little flick. Down. That's how I'm able to get those thicker, even though it's the same brush, I'm just using it a little bit differently. So these are thinner. I was using more of like the bottom part here, but this one I'm using a little bit more than half of the brush to get those thicker strokes. Way. See, pressing down pretty firmly. And cleaning up my tail. What's up, Mary? My gosh, you guys were up so late. I was telling Juliana, like I almost was like, give me a box. But it's Fridays are when we watch movies as a family, so I was like, no. Oh, thanks for coming in to hang out. You guys look like you're having so much fun. I was feeling FOMO. But we got to watch Zootopia, and it was cute. I know. I wanted to, but movie night and no family time, so I was definitely feeling FOMO. Did you really? Oh, dang, I don't know how you guys stay up so late. 11:30 is when I finally went to bed, because after Zootopia, we got the kids to bed about 8:45, which is late for them. 45 minutes late, but they fell asleep quick. And when I mean kids, the little ones. And then, what did we watch? Oh, I don't even know the name of it. Hold on. It's with Jason Momoa and the Guardians of the Galaxy guy. It's a movie on Prime, and they're these Hawaiian dudes. Like one's a Navy SEAL or retired Navy SEAL, and like Jason Momoa is a detective in Hawaii, and yeah, just one of those action whatever movies. It was okay. I love them. So oh, it's so cute, Mary. Yeah, it we had to pay for it, but it's out, but to buy now. But it's really cute. And Brooklyn's like, why is the bunny always getting herself in trouble and almost like fired? Kind of like, has she not learned her lesson? It's funny. I was like, some people just don't learn their lesson. I don't know. She's trying to do good. So, but it's cute. Yeah, Dave Bautista. Yep. Yep. It was an okay movie. It was all right. Then we started like watching 21 Jump Street. Forgot about that movie. Ice Cube cracks me up. But we didn't finish that. I was like, dude, I'm going to bed. And Brian's like, all right, I'm going to go play video games. And that's what he did. She keeps saying okay. She said, I'm okay. She felt good yesterday. She said she felt okay. She said it wasn't as bad as she thought it was going to be. And I said, did you feel like you were being treated differently? And she said, no. I said, good. I said, and you shouldn't. So she said that, well, it was interesting. She said some of those, the kids that got pulled in did not go to school yesterday. And then I think you heard me say the teacher, or maybe I didn't say it out loud, but the teacher emailed saying that a quiz was postponed because more than half of the classroom was out. And then some were leaving early, so he has to postpone it. And I'm like, that's interesting. So when she got in the car, I was like, so how, and then she was like, there were a lot of kids out of class today. And I said, oh yeah. I was like, who? She's like, well, she was like, most of the kids that got in trouble yesterday with me didn't go to school today. And I was like, interesting. So I found that interesting. Oh dang! I need to rewatch the Bob's Burgers. I was talking to my brother, and he was obsessed with South Park, and he's always making references to South Park, but I don't know those references. So I was like, you know what? I need to go through all the South Parks and so I can keep up. But yeah, Bob's Burgers. I forgot about Bob's Burgers, man. It's so funny. Okay, next color is said. Oh, let me get Mystic Teal out of here before I accidentally include that. Let me get my colors back in order. Pink. And then Mermaid Tail is next. Yeah, I remember when that first came out. I was like, what am I watching? No, so that's the thing. There was like 9 kids in there, and they were all different separate incidents. They weren't all the same thing. So that's what confused me. I'm like, so wait a minute. This isn't just they're all messing with each other. I know. Like there's a lot of things that I'm just like, y'all need to get your investigation thing down and before you start calling parents and accusing people cuz yeah, when she started I don't know, after obviously after emotions and, settling down and actually being able to like talk, I'm finding out more stuff. I'm like, wait, so this is something, what does that have to do with this incident? She's like, oh, I don't know, that's nothing. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like literally, like why are they all in the same room? I don't understand. So we have it the meeting scheduled on Monday at 1:30. But it's interesting too because the teachers are not on that email. She took them off, the principal. So I'm like, no, I want them there. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Mermaid Tail. 2-0. Same o, same o. I'm going to try to reuse this. It's been sitting here for a minute, but we'll see what happens. So I don't like to waste it. If I can still use it, I'm going to try to. Yeah, the math is not mathing for sure. That's why I'm like, I need to know what the hell went on in that room. Oh, I like these colors. All right, so same thing. So now we're going to go back up high here. So 2-0. I'm going to stay to the right of this line. I'm going to go right underneath that line. And I'm going to do the same thing. Oops. But better. Go over. There we go. So now it's arched. Like, I watched bits and pieces of South Park, but not religiously like my brother did. Like, he makes all of his references are to South Park. Like, he gets the Will Ferrell references too. But I just can't follow him when it comes to South Park and Family Guy too. I watched a lot of Family Guy, but I didn't retain as much like one-liners from Family Guy. Okay, same thing. So I'm going to stay to the left of that line. And we're going to use this final, because this will be our last one, to kind of clean everything up, pull everything together. 2, 0. To the right of this line, going underneath. And all these brush strokes will get layered up at the very end. There we go. So again, we're going to press down firmly so we get that nice thick brush stroke. And then I'm going to start aiming my brush to the left. And then lifting up and leaning back on my handle. And that's how I get that nice little flick. Do I need to come in closer? Sorry. Yeah, if I ever need to change an angle, just let me know. I'm happy to do it. I forget sometimes too. There's Asia. Where you been? So let me zoom out. This is the Monstera leaf on canvas, Asia, that I'm doing. We sketched it out. We did a rough sketch, but we're going to leave that sketch on there because we're also going to outline it too so that the leaf really pops off. Let me zoom back in. We got some Glitter Nouveau drops in here. Gotta use them. Gotta use them. That's okay. Use a mama. So what did you decide to do with your Monstera leaf? See, and then that last brush stroke is, to me, the most important because that's where you clean everything up. As far as your tails. So again, making sure my brush is loaded up. To the left of this line going through. Pressing down firmly, that's how we get it nice and thick. And then I start lifting up and leaning back on my handle to get that nice little tail. Ooh, what'd you get for lunch? Oh yeah. I don't know why I yelled that. Okay, so to the right. Pressing down firmly. Going in, lifting up at the same time. There we go. And I need to, there's something I needed to get this weekend. There's something. I'm sure there's something I need. Pressing down, leaning in on the brush handle, and then up. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to wash your brush. I learned that real quick. I used to think you had to wash it like every 2 when you're grabbing paint, but as you go, the more paint you load up on here, the easier it gets, I think. You know what? I do not. Diane I'll make something because that's one thing I don't have. I've got like beginner patterns and stuff for dotting, but I do not have a brushstroke tutorial. That's one thing I don't have on here. Because when I started this, I was thinking, well, if they're doing the classes, I always talk through it as I'm doing it like I'm doing now. So I didn't think I needed it, but you're not the first person to ask me. So now I'm thinking, okay, I do actually need it because I'm learning, people want to be able to find something directly versus watching through, and I'm still learning, so I can definitely make one specifically for brushwork, for brush strokes, because I don't have one. So you are not the first person to ask, so that is a sign I probably need it. So my question to you, Diane, what are you looking for in a brushstroke tutorial? Like, do you like how I talk through it? Does it make sense? Because to me, in my mind, it makes sense when I'm talking it out. But maybe there's something you were looking for specifically. So I didn't ask those other people. I want to know what was for lunch, Asia. So I need an idea. I don't know what we're... I had Spam for breakfast. Y'all are probably like, gross. Listen, I was in my Hawaiian vibes last night. I was like, listen, I think I'm losing my heritage. Now that my grandma and my papa are gone, I'm like, I'm losing my culture. Give me Spam. So I had Spam. Woke up. Well, I didn't want to wake up this early, but Declan won't let me sleep in. So I was up by 7. I took a shower. And then I started cooking Spam. Spam and eggs and rice. Okay, again, pressing down firmly, about halfway, and that's how I get those nice, big, thick brush strokes, leaning back. And then I'm kind of watching my bristles too to make sure they're, I like to say, behaving. Probably sounds redundant, but when you use it more, you'll start to see like kind of how your brushes, I don't know, sometimes they'll lean one way or the other, which I don't think it's an entirely bad thing because then it just tells me that's how I like to use my brush. But also it could also mean you have a lot of buildup here. But I'll make sure that my bristles are staying together. Otherwise, if they don't, they'll just kind of go. How you've been talking through it. Something is how I don't have to skip through. Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't think about that before, so I'll make sure I do one specifically for brush strokes. Or maybe I just have like a brush stroke class, and that will be so that it's not pre-recorded. That might be easier because pre-recording is such a pain in the butt. So maybe I just have like a brushwork class like this, but it's just specifically brushwork so that we can talk through it and you can ask questions and then I can talk about it out loud for other people. Maybe they don't know. They're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. So actually, maybe I do it that way because pre-recording stuff and editing is bleh. This might be easier. So actually, maybe we do that. What I was just talking about, Mary? Oh, Spam and eggs. No, yes, dude. Fried Spam, 2 sunny side up eggs, and rice. And then I like to put furikake on there. I don't know if you know what that is, but it be fire. Okay, fire. I haven't even started the... Come on, you're the one that gave me the idea, Asia. Oh yeah, there's also Mandala Doc also has brushwork tutorials. So yeah, she's a good one too. If you want something now. They're little pieces of so it's seaweed, sesame seeds, and there's some other stuff in there. But it comes in this glass jar, and they're all cut up real tiny. It's like seasoning, and you just put it on top. It'd be fire. Yeah, like a skills class. Yeah. Yeah, these brushes are great. They come in all, there's 6 of them, I believe. And you're going to find one that you're most comfortable with. And actually before, the 3-0 liner brush was mine. And then Tina was like, maybe try the 2-0. I mean, I don't know why ended up, why in that moment, what was going on. But the 3-0 used to be my favorite. And now it's just the 2-0. Gabrielle said gross. I knew. It's if you don't like seaweed, you probably won't like it. But yeah, I put it on top. It's so good. When can you hold the paintbrush so I can? Yeah. Hold on, let me see how I hold it though. I had to think about it for a second. Oh, like this. I hold it like a pencil. So hold on. So I'll hold it like if I'm like this. How about that? You just let me know. I'm like a hand brush model. Demi needs to pay me. Send me that screenshot, Diane, and I'm going to send it to Demi and be like, that's $10, please. Totally kidding. Avi. Okay, yeah. Dude, try mine. And again, if you're not comfortable with brush strokes, you can always do your swooshes with your dotting tool. I can't believe the child with a... Oh, no. He doesn't eat it. I know, Gabrielle. No. No, hell nah. No. That boy had bacon. Hell nah. No. Oh, no, that's not true. Today he didn't. I forgot. I tricked him one day. Actually, I tricked him one day. Let me pour more mermaid tail in here because I got this one little section. No, I tricked him. So what I did was I cut them. So Spam is like this, right? I cut them in strips this way after I cooked them, and then I threw them back in the pan to make them a little bit more crispy. He paused for a second and was like, "This is bacon?" And I said, "Yeah, it's bacon Spam." And he goes, "Oh." And I said, "Yeah, and I forgot. I did that and I tricked him." So yes, actually he does. But I have to we like ours crispy, but like if you cut it in, it's still like it's crispy on the outside and then the inside not soft, but a little bit softer on the inside. But after I fried them, I sliced them long ways, and actually I tricked him. I forgot about that. Yep. He says, "It's bacon?" He looked at me and I was like, bacon Spam. Kind of lying, but not. So, actually, yes, Gabrielle. I just have to tell a little bit of a fib. All right, so, and I'll also use this hand for support. Pressing down firmly, coming around like that. Exactly, Terry. It's a little bit of a white lie, but it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you. I promise. Don't worry. I get the less sodium one, okay? Because I know the Spam can be very, very salty, but we get the low sodium from Costco, so don't worry. Oh my God. When we lived in Vegas, the Spam was on sale, and there are a lot of Asians that live out there, and this lady comes up, older Asian lady, and she goes, "Oh," with her accent. She's, "Oh, low sodium, good for you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm considering getting it. It's on sale." She's like, "Oh, buy two." And she walks away, and Brian goes, "Why?" He's like, "How come whenever we go out, all your aunties want to come up and talk to you?" I was like, "I don't know." Sweet little older Asian lady. She goes, "You buy two for family." I was like, "Oh no, they're cheap, so I am going to." She's like, "Low sodium, good for you." I was like, "Yep." Yeah. He's like, how come whenever we go out, your aunties? I don't have any aunties out here. I ain't got none. I'm gonna wither away to nothing because then they don't give me snacks. All right, now back to jewel green. So what I want to do now is we're gonna do a band of dots going around. So I'm gonna follow my circle around, and then we'll see what we want to do next. So jewel green is next. Let me see what size I want to use. I think that one's too big. This is a 6.5. And these are Happy Dotting Company tools, Diane. I just got these 3 days ago, but everyone else, I think, has had them for years. And I don't know why I've waited so long. And I love these. They're a little bit more weighted. They're comfortable like a pencil. I like that they're that triangle shape. They're just more comfortable to hold. So let me see. I said this is a 6.5. Where's my 6? This is a 6.5. I didn't look, Mary. I just closed my eyes and I put full send. You know how it gives you the option of add to cart. Don't ever add to cart unless, you just really want to think about it. So I just hit buy now. And then asked me another question and I opened up my other eye and it said add to Wednesday's delivery or something like that. And I just hit that button too. And then I opened my eyes and then they were here 2 days ago. 3 days ago. Okay, and remember, I don't want to go outside of this line. So actually, it's a good way to measure too. So this is a 5.5 actually. And I don't want to go outside of my leaf. Okay, so 5.5. Okay, Tina, tell Jamie I said hi. Wait, I think I have them in a box. Oh my God, Mary. You better go find them. Especially if it was gifted to you, go find them. I feel like the paint comes off so nicely. Like I don't have to apply much pressure for the paint to come off. And we're going to follow this line around and do our band of dots. Yeah, I don't have to apply much pressure at all, which is so nice. Okie dokie, Debbie. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe. I'll be back on at 10 a.m. because we still got quite a bit to do. Yeah, guys, don't ever feel bad about going off. That's what's nice. There's so many creators out there, and you can learn so much from other people. I really don't mind. We all have something different to offer. Let's see. Last night. Yeah, no, I don't know why I waited so long either. What's up, Brooke?
Hey, what's up?
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes.
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm
Love
just
you.
looking.
Okay. You shut the door? Thank you. Love you. She wants something. She thought about it though. So that's good. All right, so I'm going to skip over this here. So imagine, right? Once everything's dry and the whole design is done, what we're going to do is go over the outline here in gold. No, don't put her in here. Oh. She's going to want to walk over my stuff. Here, take her. And then can you shut my door, please? Thank you. She's so fat. Do you know what? Yeah, 10 a.m. Oh, you have a 6-hour drive to... Wait, you have an hour drive to a 6-hour doctor appointment. Sounds like a... Oh, yay! Yep, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Diane. Hopefully everything's okay. That's a long doctor's appointment. So I'm skipping over here because I don't want to go past the design that I drew, the pattern I drew. Just remember at the end of this, when everything is dry, we're going to outline this. So all this is going to get covered up. So we're going to leave that blank. We'll start working around it. Okay, so I'll be able to keep you company then. Yay. Do you bring stuff with you to do, or do you just chill? Dang. Monthly treatment, you get stuck with an IV. I'm sure you get used to it after a while, though. Okay, hold on a second. My dots are getting weird for some reason. Let me see. Something might be in my paint. Let me swirl these. Again, I want these to be flat because just in case, I don't know about these. If I'll do a top dot, I probably will, but just want to make sure they dry flat. I don't like the dimple once it dries. I think I need to pour another in another pot. Hold on a second. I wouldn't want to sit there that long either. It is super boring, I'm sure. Let me pour another. My paint's just starting to dry a little bit. 5.5. So where am I at here? So that'll probably be good if I stop here. So again, I'm going to be outlining this with champagne gold. So I'll leave this empty for now. I'm going to skip over this little part, but I'm going to get as close to this line as I can. So like right here. Because then once I go around, yeah, okay, that's good. Oh, that's good, because that's what I was thinking too. Like you guys are like right on top of each other. So you're in close proximity to have a conversation. So it's nice they give you a little bit of space. Oh man, I didn't know there was a nurse's strike. Is it where are you at, Diane? Okay, again, this is the 5.5. I'm just keeping my dots as close as possible without them touching. I don't know why I sang it like that, but that's okay. Oh, that's right, California. That's right. But I don't ever that's not that I don't ever understand. Sometimes I don't understand the strikes because like I'm like with that ultimately it's hurting you guys. I understand why they're trying to make noise. I understand why they want to make noise. But I'm like, damn, ultimately it hurts you guys. There's just never a right or wrong way to do anything, I don't think so. Is your drive further away now? Oh, that's right. I'm jealous, man. Oh, that was weird. I don't know what did that. But we always get a zoo membership. So like we've got a zoo membership for out here. Why is let me check my Wi-Fi. Why does it keep doing that? Does it keep cutting out for you guys? Like my screen keeps buffering. Happening. Yeah, no, my internet looks good. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, you guys too? Okay, I just plugged my phone in maybe. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I just plugged plugged it in. I got it on Do Not Disturb so no one's calling. Like that that meme with the guy from Tiger King. And your husband's trying to call you. Not a F you. What do you need? I tried calling for help. Still buffering. Looks like it may have cleared up a little bit. So I've got this stack of flat canvases underneath to try to help me a little bit. So that's what I keep messing with and feeling for underneath here. So 5.5. Yeah, maybe they're working on something, Mary. I don't know. Who knows? They're always messing with something. I see CenturyLink in here all the time. I'm just like, oh my god, please stop messing with it. Okay, good. Yeah, I love zoos. Anytime we go visit a new city, that's on my list. Things to do. That and museums. They're just coming around. Alright, so it looks like I can get 3 in here. So I'll go here. Okay, hold on a second. I need to take maybe 2 off. So I can tell. Let's see. Let me take 2 off and I'll just make these slightly smaller. Very slightly smaller. And then do this. Let me pull this off. This is just a Q-tip. I'm just going to pull more of this paint off. I cannot deal when my dots are touching. Again, matter of preference. Maybe it does not bother you, and that is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. For me no likey. So off it goes. So I'll give that a second to dry. Let me see, what do I need to do next? I kind of want to go do another set of like dots like these around to build that up to probably about here is my thought. And then that's when we can do that cool brush work out into the petals. That's my thought. Thank you, Jess. Yeah, that'd be great if you guys like the live. Here we go. Took off 2. I did. Yep. I used the satin black, even though this is a black canvas. I still put the satin black full guard on here. So I'm gonna go a little bit smaller. I know that's obviously much smaller, but let's see how I can get these to fit without touching. And actually, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I'm actually going to leave it like that because, again, we're going to go over this line here in gold. So some of this is going to get covered up anyway. So I'll just keep in mind, maybe I want to cover up that dot a little bit. So I'll just pull up the bottom of the leaf here. And I'm going to leave it alone. Yeah, so this stuff, Diane. But this is any of the multi-surfaces. They've got a bunch of different colors in the multi-surfaces. And I actually really like the colors that they have. They're very muted, but this is a great paint to paint on. It's nice and smooth. All right, let's see. What do I want to do next? A lot of this is we're going to have to eyeball it. So we're going to do the north, south. How do I want to do this? Let me think. North, south, east. Okay. We're going to use an 11. We're going to keep these dots big, and we're going to use buttermilk. So now we're cycling back through, restarting the pattern, or the palette. So it's going to be an 11. Let me find it real quick. It's nice because they're all labeled. Here we go. Here's my 11. And I'm going to go back through with light buttermilk. And I know the light buttermilk probably looks harsh right now, but we're going to layer it up so it'll tone it down quite a bit. So I'm going back in with my 11. It's the same size we used for these here. So I'm going to go right over our line here. So right on top. So I'm not going to do the one on the bottom. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Or actually, you know, a good reference. We're just going to follow right above. Let me turn this so that you guys can see what I'm seeing. So this line here, going right above this line here, where we had that buttermilk dot. Right here. I'm not going to do one here because this is empty. This is an empty space here. Okay. This one I am going to do because I can always, I know I went outside of my line a little bit, but again, we're going to outline it. So this is going to get covered up anyway. But I just want it there because I'm going to have to fake stuff here. I'm going to leave this one blank. This one blank. Do this one. So here. And then skipping that one, I'm going to do this one here. So right above. Then also, Diane, and I can show you, I have another one, how to tighten it. Your canvas too, if you'd like. I'm actually supposed to do that at the beginning. I forgot. It was in my chair so that I would remember, and then I took it out of my chair. And I forgot. Obviously. Alright, it looks crazy, but trust the process. Because there's going to be gaps, and we're going to have to fake stuff, but it's so worth it. It's pretty. Alright, next color, sea foam. Or sorry, sea glass. Not sea foam. Mary, I love those colors that you had in that mandala. So I can't wait to paint with those colors. The ones that I asked about last night. Which I don't have any of those colors, but I was like, okay. Yeah, that's why I like it. Because of the ochre up against the... What I have is Vivid Violet or Purple Pizzazz. And then what was the other one? I think I'm going to use Stormy. Because I think you were... Not... Yeah, I think, what was that blue? I can't remember what the blue was you told me. But I also was thinking Colonial Blue would look cool. Because Stormy's kind of like that cool, like, mystic blue look. Alright, let me see. I want to use a... Let's see, I've heard this by the back of camera. Yep. I just use like a flat brush and really hot water, and I brush on the back of the brush and it on the back of the canvas, and it tightens up really nicely. Sapphire. I don't have either one of those. I have sapphire. I don't have sapphire, and I have true blue metallic, and I think it'll be okay. It's not as bright as your ice blue. I I need to find another, maybe maybe I use a deep midnight blue, but it's just not as bright as the problem. So maybe I take true blue and I darken it a little bit. I free-handed it, Asia, but I show you how to do it. Like I started it out as like a teardrop shape, and then but at the beginning of the video, after it uploads, if you watch the replay, I think I made it easy. I think. All right, this one. So I want to get some height to my petal. Usually I start it right here up against, so this dot here, right on top of my main dot. But if you want to build it up, you want to do your 2 dots first, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to use 2.5, and I'm going to go on either side here, right next to each other. And then I'm going to use a 3 on top. And this is how you get this part to be taller. And I want it taller because I kind of want it all to kind of go up. All my brushwork is what I'm thinking in my head. So again, right on top. And once it dries tomorrow, so once we get off, we come to a good stopping point today, which is at 13 minutes. Tomorrow, this will be entirely dry, and we will do more guidelines. But this stuff, I think we can eyeball together. But we will need more guidelines going around. 2.5 again. Invisible line going right through. So 2.5 right next to each other. Flipping my tool over to a 3. Oops. So 2.5. Is Sapphire's online, huh? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I need to figure out how to, because it needs to be bright. I think crisp blue is not the right blue. Yeah, I'm telling you, I wanted to paint so bad last night. I started messing around in my colors up here to pull them all together. I was like, okay, I got deep ochre, I got vivid violet, and I was like, no, I gotta movie night. Not even considered making myself a coffee, and I was like, yo, if I make a coffee, I won't go to sleep till, I'd be up with you guys till 2. What'd you say, Cara? Till 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and I would have been so tired today. Oh, ocean blue. Yeah, I forgot about ocean blue. I think I have ocean blue. Oh, I have this blue. I think it's like blue raspberry, but it is so translucent. It's kind of like strawberry. I definitely have ocean blue. There's no way I don't. Okay, so now that we've got that going, let's do some dots. Walking dots. So I'm going to use that S tool again, the S2. Let me pull you guys in a little bit. And we're going to just dot around just like we did before. I know, I was excited about that one, man. I was like, dang it. Yeah, when strawberry and blue raspberry came out, hold on, me and Jenna, I was like, dang it, where did her name go? Because it came out, blue raspberry came out, what, in 22, 23? And yep, we were bleh, just like strawberry. But if you add white to it, it helps, but it just kind of changes it, or if you use it to top brush stroke. No. You can use it on top of other colors. I haven't used it in so long. I think that's what I see right here. This top part right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, blue raspberry.
Can I sit in here?
Yes, you may sit in here. Oh look, see how old it is? It's separated. I'll have to play with that again and see what it would look good on top of stuff. Yeah, that's what I had to do with strawberries. Use it on top of I can't remember what colors, but alright, so I'm gonna bake my dots here at the bottom. I know they're teeny tiny, so
Let's see if I can erase stuff.
okay again. Which I probably didn't even need to do that because look, it gets covered up anyway, but just in case. Yeah, I used those two colors on that blue and pink mirror I did way back when. I can actually save the color palette for that too. I'll find it. It's in a picture. And that's when I was using, do you remember the Flash Metallics? The Flash Metallics were awesome, but they dried so quickly, like if you didn't use them quick enough. So I didn't buy them again. Unfortunately, they do dry pretty quickly, but they're very pretty.
I don't like this door.
No, just here, push. You gotta push hard. No, no, no. No, push. Just push. There you go. Yeah, all of our doors are messed up, dude. Open the door. She wants to come in, babe, because you're in here. Alright. In here.
Of course she does. See?
Just leave it open. Leave it open.
So I'm gonna close the back.
Brooklyn, it's okay. Like it's all good. Alright, there you go. Put those flash on. Oh. Okay, I threw them away. Damn it. Yep. And just kind of like rehydrating them. Okay, maybe I buy more because they are very pretty. They're very pretty, but they did dry. I was very surprised with how quickly they dried. Okay, I think I want to do brush strokes here. Oops, let me get this off. But I think we should add another set of these guys in here. And then we're going to use this as reference. So now that I see how much space I have, I want to add one more of these guys. So let's go back to our 11. And the reason why I do that sometimes, I just want to make sure I don't add because I've done that before where I've added too many of these guys here for petals. And then it doesn't give me enough space to do what I want to do. So I'll do a set first to see, and then I'll go back. So I'm going to use this as a reference. This Nuvo here, and go right above that line. Oops, let me grab more. I didn't load up my tool enough. And to help it out, because I messed up the first one, I'll use a little tool to help fix it. Yeah, the black one is that was my favorite one, was the black one. I threw those away, right? I think actually before the move I did, Jess. Frick. So I'm gonna skip this because that's blank here for me. So here is where I'm gonna put another dot here. Yeah, because it's like a black gray, right? Like a black steel. All right, here we go. 11. Going right above this dot here. There we go. Batur.
Oh God.
Yeah, I really like that one. All right, I'm going to do this one here. Yeah, I like how you don't have to put much pressure at all with these tools. The paint just comes right off. You don't have to put on much pressure at all. Okay, I'm going to do this one. And then, let's see. Yeah, let's do this one for me. And again, I'm going to go over just a little bit. And then, because we're going to outline this here, so part of this is going to get cut off anyway. And then this one here. Okay, these roll this paint. Okay. On top is a 2.5 and a 3. Let me wipe my hands off real quick. So 2.5 and 3. So same thing. And tomorrow we'll draw on more guidelines to help us. So 2.5 in sea glass. So here's my line. Let's do these first. 2.5. Well, remember I skipped this one because I think it's just I might have to kind of paint, like fake paint it, not with a dotting tool, but like with a brush or something. Which one? Oh shoot, yeah, I missed that one, Mary. Yep, you are correct. Yep, I just missed it. So I'll do that. Thank you. Yes, I can. So 11 in light buttermilk. Again, just following it up. Good eye, sniper. Perfecto. Okay, 2.5 in sea glass. Yes, that's the name of them. They should just come right up. Maybe, oh, sorry, you can't see because of the glare. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's where I got mine. Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, they can't. Like I said, I hit full send. I closed my eyes. Buy now. And then I thought I was done. And I opened my eyes. And then it said add to. And I said, okay, sure. Then I just bink like that. There's a lot of sizes, Mary. You know, they're each side of the tool is a different size. And I think that's how oops, wrong color, justified it for myself. The price. And then it'll be nice too, because then I don't have to keep referring to my conversion chart that I created for all the tools. And I don't even think I have them all. But at least if you don't have them, you're able to check it's still up there, the conversion chart. All right. Another one. Oh, I hear little feet. Oh, Declan got his hair cut. Hi. I love it. I could hear you guys from a mile away. Y'all are so loud.
Yeah,
I'm almost done.
I heard some. And then I heard.
Declan, you want to show your friends my friends the hair? Your haircut looks nice too, babe. Let me see, Declan. Your haircut looks amazing. Okay. Declan, you want to show our friends your haircut? Okay, and we're gonna do the 3 on top now. You want to show our friends?
Hi.
Okay, can my friends see? You want to show them? Do you want to show them? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi. Yeah, there you go.
Nope, I don't want any. Thank you. Look. Lily says hi, Declan.
Hi.
Lily. See, Lily. Looking snazzy. He gone. No, my friends don't want me to see you.
Oh, shit.
Okay, yeah. No, it's okay. Goodbye. I don't know if Ryan was standing behind.
Hi.
Hi. He gone. I'll tell him you guys said all that. He's gone. You know. He's like, all right, cool, bye. All right, so 3 on top. Mary wants to see your hair.
What?
Mary wants to see your hair.
I ain't nothing special.
Come on.
Come on, Dad.
Come on. You ready?
I got him.
You got him.
Kind of.
What? It's nothing special.
It's nothing special. Smile, say hi.
Hi.
It looks the same. There we go. All right, do our 3. Hi. You know that part where Stitch is like, hi.
Yeah, that's what it was for sure.
Oh, yeah. You're still here. All right, 3 on top. He's so awkward. Hey, Saturdays are for the boys. That's when they go. Yeah, they go. Now that we're settled, every month on Saturdays. I'm gonna skip that guy. I don't need to do him. Oops, I forgot to do this one. So 2.5. I just need to do one side. Okay, let's walk the dots around and then we'll call it for today because I at least want to finish that so that it's dry for tomorrow. So I'm going to use that S tool, that S2. And we're going to walk the dots on both sides with the color Sea Glass. Okay, turn, and I'm leaving this one blank again just because I'm not sure how I want to handle that yet. It's going to be a little tricky. A lot of faking with that little part. No, they're on her website, Diane. If you go to, I think it's just thoughtfuldots.com. I think she'd rather you get them from there than Etsy. Yeah, Etsy or her website. I would always go to their website first, just because Etsy takes takes so much from each purchase. But that's my preference is always just my website first. But I'm also still trying to transfer stuff over, so not everything is on my website. Yeah, if you just Google it, she should pop up. Welcome.
What the cool am I doing?
Oh, this is gonna be pretty cool. No, don't use my clothes to play with her, babe.
No, she was already in here.
No, I know, but like, don't use the clothes to like get her to, because I don't want her to rip up my clothes.
Come here.
I can tell my family needs me when they start hanging out in my closet. Even the cat. Just carefully walk it around. I don't have one. I don't know if she still offers it. I know if you are a part of her Patreon, I think she used to. I don't know if she still does that. But when I was one, she had it used to be like T-Dots 10, I think, but I don't know if she changed it. I believe it was something like that, if it still exists, Diane. It was like 10 or 15 or something like that. T-Dots 10 or 15. No, for real, dude. I'm telling you, they all start hanging out. But that's why I woke up this morning. Well, that's not why I woke up this morning, but that's why I was like, screw it, get out of bed, because Declan was already, I made sure they were all good, fed, you know what I'm saying? Played with the puppies, you know. Okay, you should be good. Okay, bye. Nope, never enough. So I'm skipping that side, because that's blank. And then once this is dry too, what I'll do, because I've been leaning my hand on the canvas a lot, I'll probably tighten it again. So I'll just brush on some water, hot water on the back to tighten it up just a little bit. I'm gonna fake these guys so I don't forget. And then I will be off for today, but I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we should be able to finish this up tomorrow. I think I got it all. I'm leaving this empty for now. Oh wait, I don't need one. Oh yeah, over here. That's what I'm seeing. I have to think about this one here. Do like a half circle. Okay. All right, to you guys. Let me see. I'm gonna have a problem. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm already having a problem with Leah. Leah has a boyfriend.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does. So, yeah, I've already got problems, Diane. I already got them problems. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And yeah, we'll be able to finish this off tomorrow. We're going to let it dry. I'm going to tighten my canvas for tomorrow. We'll draw on more guidelines first. And then, yeah, we'll finish it up. All right. Bye, Jess. Bye, Asia. Bye, Cara. Bye, Mary. Bye, Lily. Okay. Bye, Diane. And anybody else out there watching. This is part 1 of the Something from Nature challenge. And I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bye.